the Browns wanted that second-round pick. I gotta look at it more and try to understand. You're giving up all that money for the second-round pick. You could gone out and signed a couple good players easily with that money. So that confuses me. And the Houston Texans, they probably just sit there and go, can you believe this? We were able to get rid of the quarterback, and it takes, because there was no way Brock Osweiler was going to have a chance to have success down there. The fans, the media, everybody's against him after last year. So he had to get out, and they found a way to do it and save some salary cap for themselves.
So, all right, so let me ask you this question. They trade Brock Osweiler. They get the $16 million guaranteed off of their salary cap. They paid him $21 million last year. But they really don't have a quarterback. Now they have Tom Savage on their roster. So the question that I would have for you, did they think that Tony Romo was going to be released and they figured that it was going to be a slam dunk that they were going to sign him? And then all of a sudden the Cowboys backed off of that? Because yesterday there were a lot of reports all over the place that Tony Romo was going to be released by the Dallas Cowboys.
Right.
And he has not been released by the Dallas Cowboys. And now there are supposedly two teams, obviously Denver, of course, and which is tied into the Jets. We'll get to that in a minute. Denver and the Houston Texans would be a great landing spot for Tony Romo. But what about now Jay Cutler, who is
well, we got it all going there.
Yes.
There's a lot there. I think, first off, the Houston Texans did not care. They're not worried about who the next quarterback is. I think their first order of business was to get Brock Osweiler out of the building.
All right.
And, and I'm not going to pile on him because I did a lot of games. He's a very nice fellow.
He's going to make $37 million.
You know what? Listen, how many times have you heard me say, I'm jealous of the fact of the offenses these quarterbacks run in the NFL? I'm jealous of the way they know how to train, that people can actually say, hey, if you hold the ball like this and then throw it, it's going to go better. And, the medical techniques and all that. And I never complain about the money. But today I want to say I am truly, what's the word?
Jealous?
Jealous. I mean, it's unbelievable. And then the salary cap is going up so much that, and look, I know all ages, but this era we're in right now for quarterbacks is incredible. We're going to see in the next few years a quarterback make $40 million, just flat salary. It's coming.
Unless something happens with the TV rights and all that other stuff that pushes the salary cap the other way, which I can't see happening. But I understand what you're saying.
But they got Brock Osweiler out there. They're not worried about the next quarterback. They'll figure that out. They got the draft, which I think they will draft one no matter who comes down there.
Okay.
Tom Savage can really throw the ball, but his didn't stay on the field. And, by NFL standards, I don't care who you are. We see it with all Matt Ryan, Tom Brady, Ben Roethlisberger. Name a guy that we don't think is a runner. All NFL quarterbacks have learned when they see an open space, move to it now. And then you create the play. More like Aaron Rodgers, who does it, of course, a lot.
Well, he does it on a different level.
He does it a different level, I know. But you got to be able to move in those spots and make those throws.
Right.
And that is the downside to Tom Savage. He's, to me, right now, could change. He's a half a step slow. And that half a step in the NFL is the difference between making 5 plays and missing 5 plays in a game.
I just wonder if Jerry Jones set out a smokescreen that we're going to release Tony Romo, and that, really you're not supposed to be talking to agents of players until those players are released. You wonder if there's some sort of, tampering or something going on there, and then all of a sudden he doesn't release Tony Romo and then maybe tries to create a market. Now, if I'm the Cowboys,
wouldn't you do that? I would hold him and see if I could find some way to get money relief or some picks.
I would do the do-right rule, as he said. I'm going to do the do-right rule. And you said, I'll do right what's right for me.
Jerry, that's right.
Exactly. It's the only thing that really matters. But the do-right rule, meaning that he wants to figure out what is the best situation for the Cowboys. I think the best situation for the Cowboys is to release him with a June 1st designation, save money on the salary cap. They haven't really signed anybody of significance at this point, I don't think. I haven't looked at it this morning, but...
Well, they got McCown. Well, probably, I don't know if he signed or not, but he will be their guy. They loved him last year, and I think he's a terrific backup for Dak Prescott.
But they need defensive linemen down there. But
they need that too. We'll talk of. There's going to be some defensive linemen come that way.
And you also were telling me this morning, and this happens every year, that there will still be veteran players that are released from their teams.
Well, not only that, but I went through it last night. You look at the list of free agents out there. We just got yesterday the big wave.
Right.
But now we're going to start getting, to me, the core of it. There's tons of good players. When I looked at the list, it's almost like it's so big, I'm not even going to try to memorize it. I mean, guys like Jonathan Hankins of the New York Giants.
Who they want to keep, though.
Of course they do, but other teams want him, and I know that for a fact.